attempt to adjust your dial. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. It's your boy Big Vern. This is App Stupid, the fastest growing sports and entertainment show on these YouTube streets. You're welcome. Holla. Holla. Get these dollars. Get it. It's your boy Big Vern, still rocking on a Wednesday here in the Midwest. A crisp, cool, refreshing Wednesday. So if you just joining us, we covered Florida. I did not expect Florida to come out and do Kentucky dirty. Wow. That was crazy. Then Illinois, they beat Michigan in a pathetic game, and Michigan has to be, I don't know, soul searching at this point. Kansas State, oh my goodness, they are playing no games. And when we were talking about the Big 12, remember, we were saying that the bubble team, and for me, the bubble teams were Kansas State and Arizona State. Well, when Arizona State lost, it elevated Kansas State to being that fourth team in the Big 12 that were going to be solidified. And my God, they went out and got it done. I don't think Avery Johnson gets enough love as a quarterback in college, but y'all got something special on y'all hands. So we're going to actually stay in the Big 12, and we're going to talk about the Cyclones. Now, Iowa State, to me, and I kept telling people this after they beat Iowa, I was saying that Iowa State, don't be surprised if they could be one of those teams to sneak into the college playoff because they were that good. They are that good. Now, this thing was like watching a heavyweight fight. I mean, quarter for quarter, pound for pound, head to head. These guys were out there playing. Ja'Cory Brown, he was not going to back down. They dialed up his skill set. 20 attempts. And really, when you get a guy like that, you can see where he would be gun shy. 20 attempts, he goes 8 of 20 for 62 yards and 2 interceptions. Now, that's not going to win you any football games anywhere, anytime soon. But the interceptions, they wasn't just a one-way thing. I mean, you had Rocco back, or Rocco. I said Rococo. You had him, and they dialed up his skill set. 46 attempts, 20 completions, 274 yards, and a touchdown with 2 interceptions. So you can see where this thing really did hit the lines where they were both evenly matched. Because in passing yards, yeah, y'all went ahead and y'all went up 274 to 62. But UCF had 354 yards in running. Wow. That to me it just jumped out on the page like, wait a minute, what are we doing here? But still equally on the side of the ball, they gave up 256 yards on the ground. So really at this point, it was almost like defense be damned. Throw the clipboard out the window. We're off to the races. It's like, gee whiz. But like I said, the proof is in the pudding. Iowa State, 28 first downs, put behind the 8 ball, converting that third down conversion 19 times. They converted for 6 of those. Fourth down efficiency, they were perfect, going for it 3 times and being successful all 3 times. Outside of those 2 interceptions, you really got to go ahead and shrug your shoulders. They really played an error-free football as far as penalties and turnovers, because, you take away those 2 interceptions, they only had 2 penalties for 10 yards. So you see how they had to have it when they were going down. And the most shocking stat to me was that this game was 38-35. And really, you was just like UCF had that dominant second quarter where they went up 14 points. And it was just like, wow. Because you had RJ Harvey on an 80-yard touchdown run. And that came in 11 minutes and a second into the second quarter. Then BJ Adams goes 63 yards with an interception for the return. So they had the pick six and they had the big run, and that was the tone to going into halftime, where you had the halftime was 21-14. But again, Iowa State at home, the Cyclones will not be damned. They came out swinging. And like I say, this was like a heavyweight fight. If you were watching it, it had the highs, it had the lows, it had the drama of everything that you want in a football game. Give me a quick break from an unofficial sponsor of the show, then we'll be back. This is Big Vern. Better pizza, better ingredients. If you got the app open, you can go ahead and check out the Shackaroni Pizza, $12.99, and that's for members only. And then there's Papa Pairings. You get 2 and more when you pair the papadilla. You get the cookies, you get the breadsticks, and the whole shebang. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, make sure you go ahead and have you a Papa John's Tuesday night. I think tonight's the opening. Well, I think tonight NBA's on tonight. Heck yeah. What a time to be alive. Papa John's and the NBA. Let's go. So when you went into halftime, like I said, UCF had this crazy second quarter where you had a pick six and then you had a touchdown run. Ja'Cory Brown, even though he didn't have the game he wanted in the air, he had a 67-yard touchdown run. And that came in the 13-minute, 33-second mark of the third quarter. And already then you're just like, wow, we're at 28-14. This thing is starting to feel like an upset. It is starting to feel like an upset. And if you're one of those Cyclone faithful, this thing is starting to get away from you. And then out of nowhere, Rocco Beck, 1-yard touchdown run. And now we're 28-21. That long playoff drive that they had, the extension, they took some time off the clock, about 5 minutes and change, and then they were pushing. They were pushing, and it looked as if, hey, look, we can win this game. We can still get in this game. All of a sudden, Jaden Higgins gets that 12-yard touchdown pass from Rocco Beck, and now this place is coming unglued. Because now it's 28-27 and we're headed to the fourth quarter. That is when you have nerves of steel. That is when you come out to play and you just throw the stat sheet out the window because, look, we have to have this game. We've got to make it to the Big 12 championship. BYU had a scare. Now, Iowa State had a scare because they were playing from behind, and UCF was very much game. They came in like a game dog. But again, just when you think you have UCF cornered, RJ Harvey has a 1-yard touchdown run, and now this thing is 35-27. And I know that can feel deflating, but then you get the field goal kick from Kyle Conodry. And now we're looking at 35-30. 35-30. And I mean, they're trying everything. And now Rocco Beck, he's not gonna have to buy any drinks whatsoever at Iowa State, because that guy had the 1-yard touchdown run and the 2-point conversion attempt to seal this thing and get them that over the hill for that victory. Give me a quick 20 from a rap album, and then we'll take just inventory and see how far can they go when we're talking about the Cyclones. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. It's your boy Big Vern. You know what we do. New Currency and DJ Fresh. The Encore in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites are Encore, The Intro, Never Give Her Back, The Vapors, and If I Ever Take You Home. Many more hits. New Currency and DJ Fresh in stores now. Yeah, shout out to Currency and DJ Fresh and Encore. So looking here at the next gambit of games for the Iowa State Cyclones, they're at home against Texas Tech. They're coming off a bye week, so they at least get to rest up going into the bye. Then they go to Kansas and they play the Jayhawks. Then they have the Cincinnati Bearcats. That's another home game on the road against Utah. Even though Utah, they started off really good, and then the season fell apart on them. And now Utah, there's no way they're making it to a college playoff, let alone a conference championship. And now Utah can play season spoiler to the Iowa State Cyclones. They have to stay the course because they're on a collision course at the end of the year with Kansas State. And that, to me, that's going to be big time. That's going to be big time for that conference, for those two teams to lock horns, and you're going to get your winner. And dare I say, that to me right there, that's the conference championship game, is going to be Kansas State and Iowa State. But I could be wrong. Cyclone Faithful, get in the comments. Let me know what you think. This is Big Vern at App Stupid. We'll be back.